Alright YouTube, CichlidMan09 here, feeling a little better. Getting excited for some Seahawks action. Actually got to finish this video up pretty quick because they're starting to play the Redskins. Go Hawks. Basically wanted to do a video here for my boy Jeff, JW Heiser, Captain Awesome. And anybody else interested in my design on my DIY bulkheads for my drip drains. And basically what I have here is I have an actual bulkhead assembly. And then I've got my DIY assembly and the stuff I use for that. Actual bulkhead is only 3 parts. Right here we've got a rubber seal, or gasket, whatever you want to call it. You've got the part that goes on the inside that is threaded all the way down it. And then you basically have a nut that just locks everything down. The seal goes here on the inside, and you place that in the hole of the tank. And this nut basically just seals it to the tank, allowing for watertight seal, and you can attach PVC through there and through there. Those are slip fittings. They do come with threaded fittings on the inside, a little easier to handle with, but that's a regular bulkhead. And here are the components for my drip drains. A little bit different, but same principle. So I'll take this one back apart, kind of give you a comparison. Hard to do with one hand, by the way. There we go. And we dropped it. This piece right here goes on the inside of the tanks. Very comparable to this piece. And what it is on this side, this is a 1/2 inch threaded portion. So this part threads into 1/2 inch PVC, but this side is a 3/4 inch. What that is that gives me a bigger diameter around here. And yet I'm still using the same size to be able to fit through the holes drilled in the tanks. You can see that assembly over there. So basically, seal goes on here, and as you can see, it covers that. And then this side basically replaces the nut that I dropped on the floor, and it's kind of like a multi-purpose. It's threaded on here, and then threaded on here, and it works as the nut that seals it down to the aquarium, and it also works as, you know, an attachment for PVC. So it basically does the other half of this side's job. So basically all we have to do is I have this Teflon taped, is this side goes into the aquarium on the inside. Forgot to mention, this is a street elbow that'll just slide in there. This is 3/4 inch. And that basically, I can turn that, drill holes in it, and that'll basically set my water line. Not as important as the other components, but like I said, it sets your water line. This piece goes onto here. This is really difficult to do with one hand. That basically screws in right there. Down there I have my adapter to attach to the 3/8 inch hose. Very, very simple. The adapter from 1/2 inch to 3/4 was a good idea on my part. Just gives it a little bit better. Running just a 1/2 inch wasn't quite a big enough diameter to get around the 1 inch hole I drilled, and with this one it does that no problem. So what I'm going to do here is I'll pause it. I'll try to set up the camera so I can show you guys me installing it, because I did pull it off of the 29 here, and so I could show it to you. But we'll pause it right. Alright, so we're back. Like I said, this piece right here goes on the inside of the aquarium. You can see that right there. It fits nicely around that hole. Got the wrong piece. This piece right here is going to work similar to the nut. That's going to have my attachment for my water. So basically what we're going to do is we're just going to screw this onto here. And the 1/2 inch PVC, the diameter of this piece right here is it's only slightly larger than my 1 inch hole. So I have to be very careful as not to let it dip in either of the corners or whatnot, and keep it basically even with the hole. So that's kind of a challenge with this, but the Teflon tape is going to create a seal there, because if you don't use the Teflon tape, what's going to happen is the water drains out. It's going to flow through the threads, and then it's going to create a drip. Even though you have a seal on the inside, that basically just seals it from the inside of the aquarium. Once it gets into the tubing, then you're dealing with the threads, so you have to use a Teflon tape there. But we're just going to tighten this down a little bit till we get to you know, basically tight. I've got to line that up with the hole on the inside. And it's getting kind of tough here. And that's basically, you don't want to tighten these too hard. Hand tight is a pretty good way to go by, and then you probably just want to go a little bit tighter than that. Just like so. But our seal has been properly seated. Our 1/2-inch pipe is properly lined right there. I can attach this tubing back to the bottom of here. Take my street elbow, like this guy. Got to take off these stickers and stuff. And then what I can do is I can set that in there, turn. You know, if I want my water level there. And the water level will only raise to the turn of that right there. So that's basically it. Alright, so successfully set that up. Hopefully that'll explain it for you guys a little bit easier. But like I said, that works as similar as this right here. This bulkhead cost me $6 at my LFS. This thing right here cost me a total of about $3 between, you know, all the parts and whatnot. So I have to readjust that a little bit. Be careful you don't tighten it too far, because with these O-rings what they can do is they'll push out, as you can see right there. Tightened it a little bit too much, so once I get done with this I'll loosen that slightly and readjust it, but other than that it works perfectly. And so we're going to call this good. As always, rate, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what everybody's thinking, and go Seahawks. And we'll give you a shot of the bean eye here really quick. Alright, Cichlid Man 09 out. Alright, I know I said it was over, but I wanted to add this on to the end. All I had to do was loosen it a little bit and readjust it. And now the O-ring seated evenly throughout the diameter of the inside tube. So that's set in perfectly. I'm not going to have any issues with that. But yeah, call that good then. Go Hawks.